With me, Shawan Sen. BJP is all set to retain power in 3 northeastern states. What's the big national picture that is emerging from the 3 big states? And more importantly, is that entire template of the Congress party that has completely failed? The biggest lesson for the Congress party is perhaps not to get into any unnatural alliance. Not just that, we'll get you a full focus on the 3 northeastern states where the BJP has undoubtedly done a fantastic performance, but more importantly, the regional players too have given a good fight. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking for you at this hour. Dr. Manik Saha back as the Chief Minister. BJP breaches the halfway mark in Tripura. BJP alliance breaks record, back in power in Nagaland. With no party crossing the halfway mark, Conrad Sangma dials BJP for alliance. Prime Minister set to address the BJP cadre victory rally at 7:30 this evening. It's the first impact of the Bharat Todo Yatra as the Congress is left completely decimated. Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday said that the BJP's win in Tripura is a vote for progress and stability, and asserted that the party's government in the state will continue to boost its growth trajectory. Thanking the people of the state, he said that he is proud of all Tripura BJP Karyakartas for their spectacular efforts at the grassroots. With the NDP-BJP alliance set to retain power in Nagaland, Prime Minister Modi thanked people for giving the alliance another mandate to serve the state. Prime Minister will be addressing the party workers at the BJP headquarters in about an hour and few minutes. In fact, my colleagues Tanisha Madhurima would be joining us from the BJP headquarters. What does this essentially mean for the Bharatiya Janata Party, which for the longest time perhaps was seen as a pariah in the northeastern states? But now, the very party which has been dominating the landscape for about several decades put together, that is the Congress, has been completely decimated, and the Bharatiya Janata Party has actually made inroads in multiple states, even like a state like Meghalaya. From 2 seats, their numbers have gone up. As far as Tripura is concerned, remember, wresting power from the left rule, they managed to beat the anti-incumbency and retain power. Joining us on this broadcast are my colleagues Madhurima as well as Tanisha. First to you, Madhurima, just to get us a sense of what's really happening in the BJP camp right now. Undoubtedly, they would be extremely happy given the fact that these are the first election results of the year 2023, and it seems it's been an impressive start.
Well, absolutely, Shawan. We'll take you directly to the pictures as the entire headquarters of the Bharatiya Janata Party is enveloped in this festive atmosphere. You can see the flags waving and everybody is waiting for the Prime Minister's address that will happen at 7:30. But you can see the gaggle of supporters that are pouring in now because in an hour and a half the Prime Minister will be addressing the Karyakartas, and as you can see that how people have come here and are celebrating the victory of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the northeastern states. You can see the songs are being played, drums are being played. There are multiple performances that are also, Shawan, lined up for the evening as well, because we've seen dancers getting ready in the backdrop and musicians getting ready at the backdrop. So we can be expecting a lot of fervor here at the BJP headquarters, and all the preparations have been made. You can see Holi is being played right in front of us. It's an early Holi for the Bharatiya Janata Party. You can see how a gulal, they're playing gulal over here. We are moving towards that yellow, in the hues of yellow, purple, pink, red, all in the sky for the Bharatiya Janata Party, as it's an early Holi for the BJP as they have started their 2023 and they are planning to keep up with the streak. So it's a positive beginning for the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shawan. And as you can see, a lot of color coming in from the headquarters of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and all waiting for the Prime Minister. As we move forward, you can see a lot of interesting pictures. There's a man dressed like Lord Hanuman and with all over BJP written, Shawan. And as you can see, it says Namo and BJP. So all that coming in, we'll speak as to what's the idea behind it.
योगी मोदी जिंदाबाद, हनुमान जी का ज्यादा, बाबा बागेश्वर धाम की। मैं मेरे श्री राम रूपी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी जी का भारत में जहाँ जहाँ सभा होती है, मैं इसी रूप में सभा का साक्षी बनता हूँ, और आज मैं 113वीं साक्षी बनूंगा। और पूर्वोत्तर में जो जीत हुआ है, देवत्व कार्यकर्ताओं को धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करते हैं, और मेरे श्री राम रूपी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी जी का जो जादुई कार्य है, आज ठेला चलाने वाले, रिक्शा चलाने वाले, मजदूर, किसान भाइयों, छात्र को जो प्यार किए हैं, जो योजना ला कर कार्य किए हैं, उसका आज प्रतिफल है। और इसमें इस कड़ी को जोड़ते हुए माननीय योगी आदित्यनाथ, माननीय अमित शाह, माननीय जगत प्रसाद नड्डा,
for the Prime Minister, and he's seen at the chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai. You can see that all such colors coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. This one person says that he dresses like this and reaches every place where the Prime Minister goes after every victory. You can see how colors are being, they are all playing Holi. These are color bombs over here that have been opened by the workers of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shawan. So it's all in all a very colorful event here at the BJP headquarters, and it's only going to get better, it's only going to get more beautiful, Shawan. Back to you.
Well, in fact, we're getting in some more breaking news right now. This is with regards to what happens in the state of Meghalaya. In fact, a short while back, Chief Minister of Assam and also the convener of NIDA, Himanta Biswa Sarma, has now confirmed that Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma has already dialed Union Home Minister Amit Shah and has sought help of the BJP to form the government. Let's put out the numbers as far as the state of Meghalaya is concerned. And over to you, Tanisha, to get us the latest from the BJP camp. It now seems what was appearing to be not in favor of the Trinamool Congress and the opposition parties, at least in the state of Meghalaya, because they were really hoping to make some sort of an inroad. But it turns out there too, BJP is all set to form the government along with the NPP, because that's the latest big news now coming in.
Well, Shawan rightly said, it seems the BJP is all set to retain power in the northeast, and the vibe of the same is being felt here in the national capital at the BJP headquarters in New Delhi, where the atmosphere is quite jubilant, I might say, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to arrive at about just few minutes from now. At 7 p.m. is when we are getting to know that the Prime Minister is supposed to come here. And remember, all of this is because the thumping victory that the BJP has scored in Meghalaya, where they're just trying to make inroads, it has managed to get a sweeping win in Meghalaya, is what we know. And when we talk about Tripura as well, the BJP is all set to form the government. However, when we talk about Nagaland, Meghalaya or Tripura, these are the three states where BJP has kept its mark, Shawan. And clearly, when we talk about the left, when we talk about the Congress, once the Congress was it was all set in 2018. It was all set as the major party, but today it has swept down. It has decimated completely, and the results can be seen very, very evidently. Where I am right now is at the BJP headquarters, where that is the front gate from where the Prime Minister will be making his entry from. We have people from the northeast along with BJP Karyakartas who have come from Nagaland, Tripura and Meghalaya to greet the Prime Minister. What we also getting to know is that this event is held to felicitate the Prime Minister for the victory that the northeast has seen today, be when we talk about Tripura, when we talk about Meghalaya, or be it in that case even Nagaland. Shawan, when you talk about Tripura has seen and will see BJP retaining its power. When we talk about Meghalaya, the Meghalaya did see a hung assembly with the NPP taking a lead. However, the BJP is expected to make alliance and get some position in the government. And when we talk about the other states, remember it is a victorious win. Now, when we talk about today, it is not wrong to draw a parallel in what happened during the Gujarat elections and today, because just like Gujarat elections, remember the national capital was decked up. The BJP headquarters were decked up. The Karyakartas were quite jubilant. The atmosphere is very euphoric, and so is the case today when we are seeing BJP being all set and ready to come back into power in the northeastern states. And remember, what we are seeing today in 2023 is just a trailer, because the BJP is setting the stage for the mega 2024 elections that the country will see. Shawan.
Well, in fact, the big victory lap in the BJP headquarters. Stay tuned with Republic TV as we get you the live updates. Let's just do a quick recap of all the numbers that have now come in. It's a clear message as far as the national picture goes that the Congress certainly needs to do some thinking at this point in time, given the fact that they've been completely decimated in all the 3 states. And ladies and gentlemen, what's important to point out here are that these are the same very states where at one point in time that the Vadra Congress was certainly in a very formidable position. In fact, states like Meghalaya, right from the inception of the state, they've been in power for the longest time, but now we've been completely routed. In fact, in 2018, in the state of Meghalaya, the Congress had roughly about 21 seats. Now they're down to single digits. We'll try and go across to all our reporters also and get you the latest details, and also those big interviews right from Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma to Tripura Chief Minister Manik Saha, all speaking to Republic TV. Let's play out those interviews in a short while from now, but let's stay with the breaking news coming in with Conrad Sangma now dialing Union Home Minister Amit Shah for taking forward the talks. In fact, Madhurima, just a quick response for you till the time we just get all our interviews up. In fact, we'll just play out those interviews with the Meghalaya Chief Minister and Tripura Chief Minister in a short while from now. But Madhurima, anything else that you're picking up in terms of any seat negotiation talks that perhaps the BJP is now having with the NPP, because this time it seems that the numbers in Meghalaya seems to be a little better than what they were previously?
Well, Shawan, what we are learning that a phone call has already been made, and the Conrad gang is already in talks with the BJP. Now, what needs to be seen here is how quick the entire process is going to be, because they would want to finalize, the tally as soon as possible, so as to get the independence alongside them, and make the final bid and make the final decision so that Meghalaya could get a stable government as soon as possible. Remember, all this was, quite on the cards ever since that particular meeting that took place between Conrad Sangma and Himanta Biswa Sarma in Guwahati, late night in that hotel. And let me also take you, to these pictures as well over here. These are the admirers of the Prime Minister. So, आज आप यहाँ पे आए हैं, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जीत हुई है, क्या कहेंगे?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिंदाबाद, जय भारत, जय वंदे मातरम। सबसे पहले मोहब्बत हो गई है, मोदी तेरे नाम से दीवाने हो गए हैं, मोदी तेरे काम से वोट क्या चीज है, जान भी दे देंगे तेरे लिए शान से, जलने वाले जलते रहेंगे, हम जल जला नहीं रुकने देंगे। मोदी जी तुम देश नहीं झुकने देना, हम तुम्हें नहीं झुकने देंगे। वंदे वंदे।
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, मोदी जी का जलवा गुजरात से शुरू हुआ था। विपक्ष कह रहा था 2014 में नहीं आएंगे मोदी जी, 2019 में नहीं आएंगे मोदी जी, 2024 में नहीं आएंगे मोदी जी। मैं कहता हूँ मोदी जी हमारे पीएम 2040 तक भारत के पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी जी रहने वाले।
तो आप कहेंगे कि होली पहले आ गई है भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए?
होली
पहले आ गई है भारतीय जनता पार्टी?
हाँ मैडम, वो भारत का बेटा है, जो प्रधानमंत्री जी हमारे भारत के बेटे हैं। बहुत वायदे करे उन्होंने, और 2024 तो पहले ही हम जीत गए थे। ये जो तैयारी हो रही है 29 की तैयारी हो रही है।
तो आगे क्या लग रहा है? अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक एक करके अब नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी काफी जगह बना ली है। आज प्रधानमंत्री को सुनने के लिए
आज पूरे भारतवर्ष में होली से पहले ही होली का माहौल है। और
this is what the people are here saying. They're very excited, Shawan. So we'll be keep getting these visuals from the Bharatiya Janata Party headquarters, and soon it will be the Prime Minister addressing these workers. Shawan.
Well, in fact, undoubtedly there would be jubilant party workers at the BJP headquarters. We'll keep a close watch on what's really happening on the ground. A short while back, Union Minister Kiren Rijiju spoke to Republic TV. Remember, he's been actively campaigning in several states. He has been in charge of several of the northeastern states. And what has really worked in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that they've managed to even defeat the anti-incumbency. So much so they've managed to also make inroads in states which are largely seen as Christian-dominated states, where perhaps the BJP did not stand any chance. Listen in to what Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju had to say.
First of all, the first election of the year 2023 has been very positive for Bharatiya Janata Party. It has begun from Northeast India, and I feel this is good for India. For the first time, the Northeast India has become a kind of a region which is no more treated as a neglected or a burden, or a region which is prone to all the problems, violence, all kind of atrocities and all. Now, the new India with the new Northeast is different. Northeast is now a vibrant region. Northeast people are now seeing the light of development. This transformation of Northeast is only because of the commitment and the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister. I can tell you one thing. If Northeast becomes a symbol of development, if Northeast becomes peaceful, it is a huge achievement for the country. So the Northeast election cannot be just treated as a small regional election, but in the national context, the positive result for BJP in Northeast, in a way, is a good news for the rest of the country. Last month when I was campaigning in Tripura, I went to some of the remote areas. Even there I saw some, pillars and all. I said, what is this? They said these are in the memories of the left leaders killed by the Congress people, and in some other areas there were memories built. The leaders of the Congress leaders were killed by the left people. So the left and the Congress had such a huge disliking, enmity amongst themselves, and today suddenly they want to come together and to defeat BJP. People are not going to buy it.
On the other side, what's really happening in the state of Meghalaya with no single party crossing the halfway mark? But the latest development taking place, Conrad Sangma now dials Union Home Minister Amit Shah for an alliance with the BJP. Also, Prime Minister set to address BJP party workers victory rally at 7:30 tonight.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.
Visuals from outside Shillong Counting Centre as the BJP Karyakartas have started celebrating in Meghalaya. Though in Meghalaya, what the numbers are suggesting, it's a hung assembly. But behind me, you could clearly see how the BJP Karyakartas are celebrating here with flags in their hands and with mufflers sloganeering and continuously stating that they want double-engine government in Meghalaya. And the visuals are clearly suggesting that Karyakartas are very happy. Though in the numbers, if we see that the NPP has managed to get more numbers as compared to 2018 and BJP is still far behind at 6 right now. It's a hung assembly, but the people of Meghalaya, especially the Karyakartas of BJP, are continuously stating that in Meghalaya no government can be formed without BJP. The commoners, the citizens of Meghalaya want a double-engine government. They want NPP to alliance with BJP so that the central monitored schemes could be benefited to the people of Meghalaya. These are the visuals as the crowd is chanting, singing music in a poetic way. The crowd is very happy, but we'll have to see that what's the final call will be taken by the leaders of different parties in Meghalaya, as right now the situation is very critical. It's a hung assembly, but who will alliance with which party is still to be known, as late in the evening the meeting of NPP leaders will be done. The internal meeting will be held, but right now showing you the visuals of celebration and color from outside Shillong Counting Centre. The security personnel have been enhanced, the security have been beefed up outside Counting Centre, and the folk music, the poetic environment could clearly be sensed here outside Counting Centre, as BJP Karyakartas are very happy and they are very sure that this time also in Meghalaya there will be alliance government, and that also not without BJP. Visuals from outside Shillong Counting Centre as the BJP Karyakartas have started celebrating in Meghalaya. Though in Meghalaya, what the numbers are suggesting, it's a hung assembly. But behind me, you could clearly see how the BJP Karyakartas are celebrating here with flags in their hands and with mufflers sloganeering and continuously stating that they want double-engine government in Meghalaya. And the visuals are clearly suggesting that Karyakartas are very happy. Though in the numbers, if we see that the NPP has managed to get more numbers as compared to 2018 and BJP is still far behind at 6 right now. It's a hung assembly, but the people of Meghalaya, especially the
Well, in fact, BJP party president has also now put out a tweet congratulating the cadres of the party for their fantastic win in the state of Tripura. In fact, in Tripura, they've not only managed to retain power, but this time their performance has been far better than their tally back in 2018. In fact, what you see right now on your screens, that's the tweet that's been put out by JP Nadda, where he says the BJP Tripura has put up an impressive victory in the elections, and that's dedicated to the Karyakartas as well as Chief Minister Manik Saha.
Well, the BJP is all set to form the government in the northeast, and the happiness is being felt here in the national capital, where the BJP cadres are quite reporting about the same. We are right now at the BJP headquarters in the national capital, and in just few moments from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address will be live. We'll get you all that, but right after a very...
Undeniable BJP wave in the northeast. BJP crosses the halfway mark in Tripura, set to return in the state. Huge suspense over the backdoor meetings. Will Conrad Sangma ally with the BJP? It's the first impact of Bharat Todo Yatra as Congress is left completely decimated. The largest coverage of the Northeast elections on Republic Media Network. Well, staying with the biggest
Visuals from outside Shillong counting center as the BJP Karyakartas have started celebrating in Meghalaya. Though in Meghalaya, what the numbers are suggesting, it's a hung assembly. But behind me, you could clearly see how the BJP Karyakartas are celebrating here with flags in their hands and with mufflers sloganeering and continuously stating that they want double-engine government in Meghalaya. And the visuals are clearly suggesting that Karyakartas are very happy. Though in the numbers, if we see that the NPP has managed to get more numbers as compared to 2018, and BJP is still far behind at 6 right now. It's a hung assembly, but the people of Meghalaya, especially the Karyakartas of BJP, are continuously stating that in Meghalaya, no government can be formed without BJP. The commoners, the citizens of Meghalaya want a double-engine government. They want NPP to alliance with BJP so that the central monitored schemes could be benefited to the people of Meghalaya. These are the visuals as the crowd is chanting, singing music in a poetic way. The crowd is very happy, but we'll have to see that what's the final call will be taken by the leaders of different parties in Meghalaya, as right now the situation is very critical. It's a hung assembly, but who will alliance with which party is still to be known, as late in the evening the meeting of NPP leaders will be done. The internal meeting will be held, but right now showing you the visuals of celebration and color from outside Shillong counting center. The security personnel have been enhanced, the security have been beefed up outside counting center, and the folk music, the poetic environment could clearly be sensed here outside counting center, as BJP Karyakartas are very happy and they are very sure that this time also in Meghalaya there will be alliance government, and that also not without BJP.